And they are headed by Mail de Bièvre. High class when he was trained in France, showed really good speed on his debut for Tom George. He'll lead early. Sanctuaire was touted as a feasible challenger to Sprinter Sacre early in the season. That looks preposterous now. Sizing Europe, beaten only once in his last 9 chases. Winner of this 2 years ago, winner of the Arkle the year before, adds hugely to this race. Summersby, well, he deserved to land a Grade 1 last season, but he's not been at his best in 2 runs this time round. Drying ground might help him. Sprinter Sacre, handsome, swaggering, imperious in all 7 chase victories, never been threatened. Is anyone man enough for him? Titaniano was a very good novice for Paul Nicholls, but he's had a ton of problems. He makes his debut for Richard Rowe today. Wishful Thinking took a spectacular fall in this race last year, but he's high class when his well-documented breathing problems don't get in the way.
Very, very short price. Well, they're better interest than you get at most banks. But Mick, it's the spectacle that we want. People watching this, sports fans around the country tuning in for this horse because they want to see a demonstration.
Yeah, they want to see a show and they want to see a horse light up this place. And that's what the people have come to see. And he's a very smart horse. He's trained by the leading jumps trainer at the Cheltenham Festival. He's ridden by a big race jockey, a man who's brilliant on a big day. And today is this horse's big day.
The sun has come out and we feel a warmth in the air. The stage is set. It's absolutely primed for this horse, Sprinter Sacre, in the Sporting Bet Queen Mother Champion Chase.
And a few final moments of studied concentration from Barry Geraghty. For all that it must be a joy for him to get aboard this horse in front of that packed crowd at Cheltenham, he now must focus on the task ahead and to ensure that there are no impediments to this horse's success. He needs to emulate Flying Bolt, Badsworth Boy, Masterminded, if he is to be deserving of all the garlands that we're prepared to give him.
Absolutely. Moscow Flyer is another name we need to add to that list. Pearly Man. Desert Orchid was a hell of a 2-miler in his time. So it's showtime for Sprinter Sacre now. That horse at the top of your screen, he wants to be alone, or certainly his connections want him to be alone. It's Sanctuaire, Jim.
Yeah, he's a quirky horse. He's a very talented horse, as Graham said earlier. He was touted as a challenger to Sprinter Sacre early in the season. But they'll go a good pace here. I always think the first 4 fences here, when they go flat out, they've claimed 1 or 2 victims in recent 2-mile champion chases. Wishful Thinking and, of course, Corto Star.
Dan Skelton is the man leading Sanctuaire around. He will try and ensure that he will jump off with the others, but Sanctuaire is a horse with his own definitive ideas about steeplechasing. Sprinter Sacre, by contrast, is an altogether more straightforward conveyance.
It could be an explosive race, this, because Mail de Bièvre ran very hard, very early, over 3 miles at Newbury. Sizing Europe's tends to be on the pace, and he is a different type of athlete than Sprinter Sacre. He's not an exuberant jumper, but he's deadly accurate. Tatanen can also go from the front.
This is going to be a furiously run race. Of course it is. That's what we want. We want them to go hard, fast, and test Sprinter Sacre, if indeed it's possible to really test Sprinter Sacre. Sizing Europe, winner of this race 2 years ago, winner of the Arkle 3 years ago, runner-up last year, will ensure that this horse, this beautiful athlete, has to perform to a really high level. Sanctuaire still being walked around to join the others. The starters on the rostrum ahead of the 2013 Queen Mother Champion Chase. Simon Holt to call.
So in they come. Mail de Bièvre on the near side. Sanctuaire, how will he be ridden today? And away they go for this, the Sporting Bet Queen Mother Champion Chase. Mail de Bièvre is straight into the lead from Sizing Europe, and Summersby jumping fence number 1. Sprinter Sacre jumped in big and fast in 4th on the outside, followed by Titaniano, then Wishful Thinking, and Sanctuaire is dropped in the early stages. Mail de Bièvre flies over the 2nd fence there as they make their way now towards 2 more fences in front of the stands, and then they've got a lap of the trek after that. Mail de Bièvre by 3 lengths to Summersby and Sizing Europe on the near side in the yellow sleeves. Sprinter Sacre is tucked in behind these in 4th place in the hands of Barry Geraghty in that red jacket as they jump the next. Then Titaniano, followed by Wishful Thinking and Sanctuaire, and now they jump what will be the last fence after a lap of the course, and Mail de Bièvre, and down there is Summersby. Summersby is gone. Actually blundered Dominic Ellsworth out of the saddle, and then Dominic brought the horse down. on. Let's hope he's all right. Could easily have got a bad kick there, Dominic, as they race in front of the stands. And it's Mail de Bièvre that leads from Sizing Europe. Sprinter Sacre is lobbing along in third, then Titaniano in fourth place on the outside of Wishful Thinking, and Sanctuaire at the back of the field. And Dominic Ellsworth is able to walk away from the landing side of that last fence. So it'll in all likelihood be jumped on this final circuit as Mail de Bièvre leads going downhill to the first in the back straight. Over in front of Sizing Europe, Sprinter Sacre jumping it very cleanly in third. Then Titaniano, Wishful Thinking and Sanctuaire. Now the water jump. Sprinter Sacre in third place as they come towards this stretch fence. Mail de Bièvre from Sizing Europe, Sprinter Sacre over in third, Titaniano in fourth place. Then on the near side in fifth is Wishful Thinking, and there is the favourite, the odds-on favourite here, defending an unbeaten run over fences. He's 7 from 7 so far over the bigger obstacles as Sizing Europe now, the champion of 2 seasons ago, a past Arkle winner at this meeting, takes over from Mail de Bièvre. Sprinter Sacre again landing in third place. They've kicked away now from the other three, are headed by Titaniano. Sizing Europe, Sprinter Sacre and Barry Geraghty, well, they've got him in his sights now as they race towards the top of the race course, heading towards this final open ditch. Sizing Europe by a length to Sprinter Sacre, and Sizing Europe the better jump there to Sprinter Sacre. A bad blunder from Mail de Bièvre. That was a jolting mistake for him, and it's now looking to be a 2-horse race between the two that matter, Sizing Europe and Sprinter Sacre. And what has Sprinter Sacre got here? What can he do? Can he beat this good old horse on the near side, Sizing Europe? He's now an 11-year-old, but he's a real specialist round here at Cheltenham at the Fence Festival. But Sprinter Sacre is looming up on his outside as they race downhill towards the third last fence. They're well clear of Wishful Thinking and Sanctuaire. This is 3 out. Sprinter Sacre on the left, Sizing Europe on the right. What a clash, but Sprinter Sacre at leisure now strikes the front. Sizing Europe still going all right though on the right in that yellow jacket as they race towards the final turn. They're well clear of Wishful Thinking and Sanctuaire, and then Titaniano as they now head towards the final left-hander, and Sprinter Sacre is opening up here from Sizing Europe. Sprinter Sacre still hard on the bridle, turning the left-hander and now jumping the second last. Sprinter Sacre over safely by 6-7 lengths to Sizing Europe in second place, and here he comes towards the final fence here. Sprinter Sacre, oh, absolutely superb, drawing right away from Sizing Europe in second place. It's going to be 8 out of 8 for Sprinter Sacre, chasing Slater Superstar, storming up the hill. Another show-stopping performance, a steeplechaser from the gods. Sprinter Sacre wins the Queen Mother. He is the champion, the new champion, beyond any question. Sizing Europe in second, Wishful Thinking back in third, Sanctuaire and Titaniano, and a long last was Mail de Bièvre. Well, there was just simply no arguing with that. 4-1 on favourite, a broad smile from Barry Geraghty. This horse is something very special.
He is in a league of his own. That was a demonstration, a display. That was devastating. Nicky Henderson puts his head in his hands and thinks, oh, thank you. Over the last safely, and the only muscle that Barry Geraghty had to move with his right arm to pat the horse and punch the air, because this was won in an absolute hack canter. He is as good as we thought he was. He is better than we thought he was. He has routed this field in the Queen Mother Champion Chase, and Barry Geraghty will have plenty of breath to talk about this horse all day long. Let's hear from him now.
Congratulations, Barry. One little moment of mistake at the top of the hill, but after that, tell us your story of the race.
Yeah, just the ground was a bit dead down the back, and I met it on a very long, and I gave him a squeeze. I'm not sure if he's ever put down on me before, but it didn't matter. He winged the next and he ramped up. He might come up in Ted Walsh's estimations now, maybe.
Well, that's a very, very fine comment. Were you at all ever nervous riding a horse like this, a short price favourite in a big race?
He's a beautiful horse to ride. I've never ridden it as natural to jump. So things that have to go very wrong for it to go wrong. So once he's healthy and well, get him relaxed, get a nice rhythm, he does the rest for me. So he's a pleasure to ride, it really is.
Is he the closest thing to equine perfection around at the moment?
I think so, yeah. I've never, I've ridden some brilliant horses over the years, but it's the ease and the grace he does it with that sets him apart.
Congratulations, beautiful.
Thanks, lads. Cheers, boys.
And the prize